Kajiado, who is alleged to have given the bribe, is now accusing lawyer Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi of pushing false claims that he bribed Judge Tunoi with 200 million shillings to rule in his favor. Kajiado claims Ahmed Nasir is a bitter man after he refused to hire his services at the Supreme Court at a cost of 25 million shillings. Lawyer Issa Mansour, who commissioned the petitioner's affidavit, is linked to Ahmed Nasir's law firm. Kajiado denies the bribery claims.
I don't know the judge. I've seen him on TV, and the closest ever I came to him was when my case was being heard. Secondly, the Katwa Kigen, I don't know him. I mean, I've only seen him. And there's no way that I could have given out any money for the determination of my case, because I had a very, very strong case. When the Court of Appeal threw out Judge Muongo's judgment that made me win, they went against precedents of 7 other cases that had been determined on the issue of time. And that's what necessitated and motivated me to go to the Supreme Court. And the findings or hearing in the Supreme Court was very solid. And because my case was solid, that's why even some of the advocates, like Ahmed Nasir, approached me and had a meeting with me, that he wanted to be part and parcel of my team. And I asked him why. He said he thought it.
All right, and for more on this developing story, we're joined by my colleague Patrick Amimo, who's at the Supreme Court. Patrick, good afternoon. So we heard from the Nairobi Governor, Evans Kidero, before he went in, after as well. Talk to us about what else to expect today.
Thank you so much. Yeah, indeed, the governor of Nairobi appeared before the Special Committee for the Judicial Service Commission, and gave his position on what he knows about these bribery allegations. Those also appeared before the Justice Committee, Judicial Service Commission Committee, lawyer Katwa Kigen and lawyer Mansour Issa. Lawyer Katwa Kigen says, as far as he is concerned, he says that he knows Geoffrey Kiplagat through CAS FM. But when it comes to these allegations of bribery, Katwa Kigen says he was not involved into those bribery issues. As for lawyer Issa, he also appeared before the commission. Issa says that as far as he's concerned, he's not having any interest in this particular matter. Remember, Mansour is the one who commissioned this particular petition, and by virtue of that, that's why he came before the Judicial Service Commission to shed light on how on his petitioner and what is contained in that affidavit. Remember, Justice Philip Tunoi has dismissed that affidavit. He says the allegations are false and capricious. He never received money as claimed by Geoffrey Kiplagat. So lawyer Mansour appeared before the committee and also put his position on what he knows about it. The other lawyer who appeared before the Judicial Service Commission, the Special Committee, was lawyer Andrew Musangi, representing businessman Mike Onjeru. Mike Onjeru has been accused as the wheeler dealer between Governor Kidero and Philip Tunoi. They claim is the one who facilitated the entire process and giving out this particular bribe. So his lawyer has come before the committee. That's lawyer Andrew Musangi has come before the committee and given his side of the story. He says his client is a public figure. He says Jeru works at the ODM. He's a prominent figure. The same for Kiplagat. Kiplagat, he says he did contest on an ODM ticket in the last general election. So he's not a character that is not known to them. But so when it comes to these the bribery allegations, they are denying that did occur. So it is a matter that the Judicial Service Commission is still probing. The Special Committee is still probing more other individuals involved in this particular matter before they hand in their reports. Sophia.
All right, and is there a feeling that this Professor Margaret Korbia-led Special Committee is getting a session and hearing from all those mentioned, especially adversely in this saga?
Yeah, indeed. It's received many many people who are interested in this particular matter. We're also expecting right now whom they are listening to is Akidero's personal assistant, John Osogo, who is appearing before the committee at this particular hour to give his side of the story on this particular matter. We're also expecting another businessman, Kiprop Chirchir, is expected to appear before the commission. So this special committee. So it is they're still getting to know reasons behind this particular the bribery allegations before they compile their report after having listened to those interested parties. But based on issues, we've seen Akidero is denying, he maintains his position, he never bribed anybody, and in fact he brought in a new tweet of saying that lawyer Ahmed Nasir is a bitter man, that's why he's trying to fix him over this particular matter after he denied him to take his legal services. We've seen lawyer Katwa Kigen also deny the bribery allegations. So it is something that we'll see how it will pan out, because this matter is being held in camera. So it will. We hope the committee at the end of the day will brief us on what they feel has happened and when they intend to present the report to make it public.
All right, Patrick, briefly and finally tell us what are the likely outcomes from this. Tomorrow is the D-Day. The special committee will announce their finding. What are the likely probabilities we'll be hearing from them?
Yeah, there are two possibilities. Maybe the committee could decide the matter does not hold, this particular petition does not hold any water and dismiss it forthright. Then if they so dismiss it, then it will mean that Justice Philip Kino is a clean man and will continue working at the Supreme Court. But if they find the affidavit has a strong case, then the matter will end up at they'll suggest a formation of a tribunal to get to the bottom of the matter. Because what the committee is doing now is just trying to assess, to get evidence and see, assess each weight before they make the final decision. But if they find it weight enough to warrant formation of a tribunal, then they'll give a similar suggestion towards that. And so there are two cases. Either they might dismiss the allegations, or if they find that they are weight enough to warrant the formation of a tribunal, then we expect to see that the Justice Philip Noise face a tribunal. Sophia.
All right, much appreciated. Thank you, Patrick Amimo, for us from the Supreme Court. In other news, Energy and Petroleum Cabinet Secretary Charles Katara has directed the National Land Commission to re-evaluate land in Kajiado that has been affected by the stalled Kenya Electricity Transmission Company KETRACO project. Landowners affected by the power lines topped the project over compensation disparities, which they say was injustice by KETRACO. Katara was accompanied by Interior Cabinet Secretary Joseph Ngaiseri. He was speaking in Isinya, Kajiado County, where he attended a consultative meeting with area leaders and affected landowners. Ngaiseri says the corruption allegations fronted by the landowners have been considered and investigations of those mentioned will be conducted.
Sisi tunataka ridhaa ya 85% kulingana na mashamba vile inavyokuwa affected.
Maana tukatuma watu kutoka wizara ya ardhi wafanye survey, evaluation, sio survey, wafanye evaluation. Sijui evaluation kwa Kiswahili ni nini? Evaluation ya mashamba, ndio tukuje tukutane hapa tena tutatue. Kwa maana hii laini ni muhimu kwetu.
The General Service Unit has received more than 30 newly imported armored vehicles to help in the fight against terrorism and organized crime. The vehicles were delivered to GSU headquarters after they had been shipped into the country from China. President Kenyatta commissioned the vehicles at an event attended by Inspector General of Police Joseph Boynet.
Serikali yangu kwa hali na mali itajitolea, kwa sababu tunajua hata nyinyi mnajitolea na mnatojitolea, hata mpaka maisha yenu mnajitolea. Sisi pia tutajitolea kuhakikisha ya kwamba tumewasaidia kupata vifaa vya kufanya kazi yenu. Tutajitolea kuhakikisha ya kwamba mmepata vifaa ya kulinda maisha yenu. Tutajitolea kuhakikisha ya kwamba mmepata allowances na mshahara kulingana na kazi ambayo mnafanya. Tutajitolea kuhakikisha ya kwamba mmepata manyumba ndio ofisa aweze kuishi kwa hali ya kibinadamu. Mambo haya sitaweza kufanya na siku moja, lakini nawaambia ya kwamba mambo haya tutafanya.
Now, there was drama at Embu after angry residents led by the area MCA stormed the police station demanding to know why a lorry ferrying their macadamia nuts to the market had been impounded. Police who had initially locked the gate from inside started firing in the air as angry residents started pelting them with stones. Others engaged the anti-riot police in running battles. Here's Muremi Mwangi with those details.
The wrath of angry macadamia nuts farmers who had on this day paid a surprise courtesy call at Embu police station, demanding to know why officers attached to the station had impounded this lorry, which was ferrying their produce the previous day. Brace, it would turn out the officer commanding the station was not ready to receive guests as at that time, and what followed, chaos and running battles between police and the angry residents, led by Ganduri MCA Michael Munyi.
Isikuwa usiku, alafu kesho leo asubuhi ikaachiliwa. Sasa je, tunataka kuuliza kama sisi kama wakulima wa makadamia, kwani OCS wa Embu amekuwa ni judge, ndio akikamata gari yeye anaachilia asubuhi na singine anapeleka kotini.
They blocked the main road, the gate to the police stations, which is illegal, and they started blocking vehicles along Embu Meru Highway, and also causing some unnecessary tensions within the police station. So immediately we organized for a riot party.
Things, however, got thick when this officer attempted to hike a ride in this vehicle, whose driver was running away from the fracas, as some of the officers fired live ammunition in the air to disperse the cheering protesters.
Siku ingine hapo lori ingine imeshikwa ya rafiki yetu fulani, ikakuja wakachanjiwa na mpaka sasa hivi kuna kesi kotini. Tukijaribu kutafuta alifanya nini, tunaambiwa ni vile ananunua makandamia. Na tunauliza, je, watoto wetu wanasoma na makandamia? Chakula nyumbani tunakula makandamia. Kila kitu chetu ni makandamia. Kwani watu kunatakikana tufanye kazi gani?
Tens of residents, including area MCA Michael Munyi, were arrested but later released. Muremi Mwangi, KTN News.
Now, a disease linked to the Zika virus in Latin America poses a global public health emergency requiring a united response. That's what the World Health Organization is saying. Experts are worried that the virus is spreading far and fast with devastating consequences. The infection has been linked to cases of microcephaly in which babies are born with underdeveloped brains. There have been around 4,000 reported cases of microcephaly in Brazil alone since October. WHO alert puts Zika in the same category of concern as Ebola. WHO Director General Margaret Chan calls Zika an extraordinary event that needed a coordinated response.
Declaring that the recent cluster of microcephaly and other neurological abnormalities reported in Latin America, following a similar cluster of French Polynesia in 2014, constitutes a public health emergency of international concern. The committee found no public health justification for restrictions on travel or trade to prevent the spread of Zika virus. At present, the most important protective measures are the control of mosquito populations and the prevention of mosquito bites in at-risk individuals, especially pregnant women. The experts agree that a causal relationship between the Zika infection during pregnancy, and microcephaly is strongly suspected, though not yet scientifically proven.